Hi, how are ya? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in the Season of Discovery. Last episode, we went to a cave to collect some mushrooms, and we ran into some Twilight thugs, and they beat us up, and they took away our buff. We had to go back to Darnassus, and we have the Boon of Blackfathom once again. And we will be questing in Darkshore today. That is going to be the plan. I don't know if we'll go back to the cave. I looked the quest up, and supposedly you can actually do this quest in regular Classic era, not just Season of Discovery. I thought this was like a Season of Discovery quest, but supposedly the book drop is very rare. So
Greetings, person. I am Tharnarian.
Maybe we'll go back and try to get it, but
sickness spreads across the
supposedly
Darkshore,
it's pretty rare.
The minds and bodies of all it touches. The Thistlebears have been hit the hardest by this plague. The once noble beasts are now an instrument of destruction, rabid and frenzied. I may have a cure for this ailment. Take this trap to the forest and lay it on the ground. Any rabid Thistlebear that crosses the light shall become docile for a short time. Once the bear is docile, it shall follow you. Lead it back here, adventurer. Some of my brethren were rescued from a corrupt furbog in Teldrassil, and I vowed to stop any more atrocities before more of our kind are injured, or worse. I've seen a couple hints of corruption in Darkshore already, but I have yet to find any widespread signs. I think it would be logical if the investigation continued with the furbogs. Would you find one of their camps and return to me if you see any signs of corruption?
Hail, young person. I am Alyssa Starbreeze, and it is my charge to protect Oberdeen from harm. To this end, I sent Balthuel Shadowstrike to observe the strange happenings around the Tower of Althalax to the northeast. It is past time that he should have returned. I worry that he has encountered some unforeseen danger in the forest. I would be most appreciative if you would find him and see that he is doing well.
All right, so there we go. We got a few quests to do. We have to bring a bear back to Oberdeen, a rabid Thistlebear. And then we have to head up here to the Tower of Athalax and have a chat with, I think his name's Balthuel Shadowstrike. And then we'll do a few quests up there. Maybe we'll go over to the cave. We'll see if those thugs are still hanging out in there. But that is honestly the first time I've ever seen those thugs in that cave. And I've probably been in that cave on 7 different characters. Never seen Twilight thugs there, so that was kind of a surprise to me. But supposedly they're in the normal game. I thought there was like a Season of Discovery, NPC or something like that. So there we go. We got a rabid Thistlebear here. Maybe we should just do this first. Just gotta get him low, right? Catch him? Okay, good. We got him. Alright, let's bring him back. You get 2 more Strider meat. Hopefully the bear's still following us. Oh, crap. Good thing is that Moonstalker that's trying to fight us is stuck in that tree. So we can just run right by. It's weird how some mobs can get, spawned inside of trees like that. And we should hit level 17 today. Which means we could probably go and do Dead Mines after this. Or head back and try to pick up a few more quests for dead mines. I think that might be the plan. Damn, we can't get any luck with this Strider meat. This one has to give us at least one. I think we've slain like over 5 so far, with no luck. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the Stranglethorn Vale event. There has been some speculation about what's going to happen. I don't know how true it is, though. It's probably fake news, but you never know. Maybe a dev that was on the team got laid off and just decided to, you know, spill the beans. But there was a leak. I don't have it here on me, but I watched a video on it. And supposedly, you know, both factions, like, you kill each other in Stranglethorn Vale, you collect blood. And then I think this blood gets turned in, and then you summon bosses, and then there's a race to kill these bosses. And then at the end, everybody ends up in the Gurubashi arena, and then everybody just kills each other. That's what I got from it. And I guess it's a race to kill the bosses again.
Our work has only just begun, adventurer. Are you prepared for your next task? As I had feared, the cure does not work. It saddens me greatly to order the death of any of nature's beasts, but the sick and tainted thistle bears must be put down. Return to the forest and destroy 20 rabid thistle bears, adventurer. It will most certainly not put a stop to the plague, but it will slow down the damage the animals are doing to our forest and its inhabitants for a short time.
But what I think it's going to be a little bit different from, well, if this is true, it'll be different from Ashenvale because both factions will be fighting the same boss. I don't know how they decide who kills the boss, though. That'd be kind of weird. That's why I think this is probably fake. What I think it'll be is it'll be similar to the Battle for Ashenvale event. What I'm hoping they do is they make it instance-based. Sort of like what they did with Winter Grasp and Wrath of the Lich King. Because then it's a little bit more controlled. And you can actually have 40 on 40. Because clearly the World PvP event didn't really work out too well. When they tried it, it was just really laggy. So they can't really do that in this version of World of Warcraft. I don't even know if they could do that in retail. It's just too much for people's computers to handle or the server to handle. You can't have like 800 versus 800, right? So they have to find a way to scale it down. I think the only way to scale it down would be to make it, you queue up for an instance and you face 40 Alliance versus 40 Horde. Yeah, it sucks that they laid off all those Blizzard employees too. I heard about that. There's been a lot of tech layoffs recently. It's not a good thing to hear as a gamer for sure, because that means we're probably going to see less content, less games. Just kind of sad. And it really sucks for the people who are getting laid off. Heard some brutal stories, like people getting hired 5 months ago and then they just got laid off. I don't know if they're true, but because they're on the internet, but that would really suck, man. You move your life over somewhere and then you just get laid off. What a headache that would be. And Diablo 4 is not doing well either. A lot of people are complaining about Season 3. I had a feeling Season 3 was going to suck. They didn't really add what people wanted, which was a ladder. They need to have some sort of ranking system so players can challenge themselves after they get all that loot, right? And then see where they stack up against the rest of the player base. And it's cool to see which builds are doing the best, which ones are not doing so great.
Alyssa sent you. Then it is good tidings you bring. I have troubling news to report to her and had no means with which to deliver it. A group of warlocks has taken up residence around and inside the tower. I would have returned to Aberdeen to report to Alyssa earlier, but I was afraid that I might miss something while I was away. Delgren suspected such a company might be gathering at the tower, but did not know why. A few scraps of parchment that the warlocks carry have found their way to my hands, but I need more to complete the puzzle. I warn you not to venture into the tower, however. The warlocks there are much more powerful.
But yeah, Diablo just isn't doing too great right now. I've heard really good things about Season 3. I haven't played since Season 1. I said I would give it another try if they released, a ladder system. And they said they would do that by Season 3, and they did not deliver. They said there's a hope that it'll come out during Season 3. But at the moment, it's looking like it's hopefully going to be Season 4, but who knows now, right? There's less people working on it, that's for sure. So, yeah, it's not a good look on Blizzard, man. Well, for Microsoft and Blizzard Games. I honestly doubt we see a Blizzard Game of the Year anytime soon. There we go, level 17. Let's get a improved powered shield. Increases the damage absorbed by your powered shield by 5%. And the reason why I say that, we won't see a new Blizzard game that gets Game of the Year, is because they canceled their or supposedly their newest game that was going to come out, which was a survival game. They just completely scrapped it. Supposedly it was in development for over 5 years, so it's a lot of work just down the drain like that. And me, honestly, I just played the old school Blizzard games, like when Blizzard was awesome. I've been playing a little bit of StarCraft Brood War and Warcraft 3. And those are the games I usually play. Diablo 2. And then, right, classic WoW. I was looking forward to the survival game. I was kind of hoping it would be like, you know, something that would revive Blizzard. But that's not going to happen. So they have to kind of like bank on, I guess, the War Within doing very well. And like Hearthstone still doing pretty good as a trading card game. I don't think we'll see anything new with StarCraft. There won't be any like StarCraft 3 anytime soon. Yeah, it's a little worrying when they did that layoff. It kind of makes me wonder like what the plan is with Blizzard games. But I guess those are the times we're in, right? People are just not willing to spend money on like moonshot experiments anymore. You know, interest rates are high and people can't afford to I guess take a chance on something new like they could in the past. I think the only way you can really do that is if you're one of those gaming companies that isn't like completely controlled by their shareholders, I guess, you know? And it's just all about money. Sort of like Baldur's Gate. Supposedly that's a game that people just can't make these days. Like, well, a AAA gaming company can't make because it just takes too long, I would assume. And, like, shareholders can't wait that long to go to, I guess, get a return on their investment. Yeah, there's not much. I don't know how long the classic train's going to last. We'll see. Like how long people are going to enjoy the nostalgia of classic WoW. I think Season of Discovery's been great. It extended it by quite a bit. I just kind of worry about what they're going to do with level 60. But I hope they do a good job. I really do. Because it's one of the reasons why I'm still playing. That and Hardcore. Hardcore was a great addition to Classic WoW. I honestly think WoW's actually in a pretty good spot. It's in a much better spot than it was 5 years ago. Or even 7 years ago. Back when, like, you know, it was just Legion and like Warlords of Draenor Battle for Azeroth. It's in a much better spot than it was then. The main difference is, though, is the community's all split up. You have the classic WoW community, and then even the classic WoW community split up. Some people play hardcore, some people play classic era, some people play season of discovery. It's really split up. And then you have retail. But the good thing about that, it always gives like WoW players something to do. You know? If you get sick of Season Discovery, you can go check out retail. If you get sick of retail, you can, you know, check out any of the classic versions of the game, hardcore, classic era, Season Discovery. So they've done a great job with that. Which is why I'm kind of surprised that all these layoffs happened, but maybe it's just Microsoft trying to just, you know, I guess take control over the company, right? Maybe they're just trying to get rid of all the people who were just with Blizzard, and now they want to put their own people in there. Who knows? I just hope it works out and they make good games. Because we do need some new games. That's what I've been kind of hoping for with Blizzard. Just one new game that's really good. But if they don't, I don't really mind.
I am listening.
They're doing a great job with WoW so far, I think.
Many thanks, adventurer. This should shed some light on this warlock's gathering. The Cult of the Dark Strand. I've never heard of this group before. Having no knowledge of their history, it is all but impossible to say what their plans must be. There is no more time to delay. Warning must be delivered to Delgrin immediately. My master, Delgrin the Purifier, is a paladin.
I wonder if we can even talk to him.
Graciously offered his assistance in defending our forests from the forces of the demons.
Supposedly he's in
undead.
Asheville.
He has taught me much about the holy light and the art of battle. Delgrin must know of the cult's operations immediately. You will find him far south of here at Maestra's post in Ashenvale Forest. Swift, I fear the Darkstrand's threat grows with each passing hour.
All right, so we have a quest to turn in Asheville. We're level 17, so now we're at the entry level for Dead Mines. I think we'll do this Thistlebear quest, because why not? There's a bunch up here. Hopefully we can get that final 2 pieces. Strider meat. Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about, like, why all these layoffs are happening. I don't know where it started, but I remember, Twitter, like Elon Musk laying off a bunch of Twitter employees. I don't really know how well Twitter's doing, but that is when I started noticing, like, that all these companies are laying people off. It's kind of worrying. Yeah, I'll stop. I'll stop talking about it. It's a little negative. Alright, so we just need one more Strider meteor. I think we're good to go to Dead Mites. This will be our first experience healing on the priests. I'm going to have to message Touch Me Nancy about it, because he supposedly has a tank ready to go. And it would be fun to see what that's like. Because I was tanking in the hardcore playthrough and he was healing, so we're doing something a little bit different this time. Switching the roles. And we might get Misty Mountain Gaming in on it, which would be cool. I don't know if we'll get him in the first run. But we should be able to get him in eventually. I think he'll eventually catch up to us. I don't know how fast he's leveling, but usually he's like five videos ahead. So I assume he's probably pretty close. I'll have to ask him and see where he's at, because maybe he can actually join us. I wonder how low you can be, like maybe level 16 could be the lowest, maybe 15 for Dead Mines. And I really wouldn't mind doing it at a lower level because, well, I'll have the buff, the Boon of Black Fathom, so I should be able to heal it. Like, if you're bringing buffs to a classic WoW dungeon, you're doing more than you need. You're more prepared than you need to be, so we could probably do it at a lower level if we were all buffed. And I am playing a priest, which is supposedly the best healing class in the game. I think Misty Mountain Gaming's playing a hunter, which is pretty good. They're top end DPS. And then I believe Touch Me Nancy would be playing a paladin. Which is, I think, the best tank for Alliance, on Alliance side, pretty sure. It's funny how Paladins just became like the best tanks once they gave them a taunt, but like a taunt ability. And that happened in TBC, and then even in Wrath of the Lich King, they're the best too. I don't know if that's the case in Cataclysm, though. Not too sure. But they're supposedly not the best. They're the best on Alliance side Season Discovery, but supposedly the best tanking class is actually Shaman. Which is kind of cool. And I think the reason is because of how much AoE threat they're able to pull. And that's another strength of Paladin. They just drop Consecrate and they become pretty hard to pull off of. All right, 6 more bears to go, guys. Oh, we got a debuff. What does it do again? Rabies. Health regeneration rate reduced by 50%. Agility reduced by 4. And strength reduced by 4 as well. I'm not too sure what I would use for the dungeon. I think we probably would not use Homunculi. We'd probably use Prayer Mending. I think the Homunculi would probably end up pulling a bunch of stuff in the dungeon. That wouldn't really be good. I think they're great on bosses, though, because of all the debuffs they put up. So if we have if we have trouble on a boss, I could use it. But I think we'll use Prayer Mending, Void Plague, and obviously Penance, because we don't have any other runes for our hands. Here we go, the final Thistle Bear. So we'll kind of run out of mana here. Alright, so let's head back. Looking for more Tower of Althlax, Divine Storm / Meta Quest. Oh, it's for Warlocks. I haven't done that yet on my Warlock. I haven't got Metamorphosis. I was thinking about just saving it for when I go up to 40. Because eventually we could just do it solo. I'm just too lazy to get a group going, or try to find a group for it. Maybe I should get it going or started. But the thing is, if I wait, then I actually get XP for it. Right? So there is a benefit of waiting. Like I can do a dungeon, I think there's a part where you have to do Shadowfang Keep, so I can do Shadowfang Keep, get some XP while I'm in there. Get that quest started. So I might wait until phase 2 to get Metamorphosis.
What brings you here?
You have done Oberdeen a great service, adventurer.
Oh, there we
But
go.
your task is not yet complete. Return to me once you have rested, and adventurer, prepare your mind and soul for more bloodshed.
Hello, person. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
There we go. We got a new
Fantastic.
recipe
Try it and tell me what you think,
that we can't
adventurer.
learn yet. And that is Strider Stew. Once we get 50 cooking, we're going to learn a bunch of recipes. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be the end of Darkshore for us. For now. Yeah, probably that'll be the end. And and I think we'll head over to or back to Westfall.
May a loon walk with you, adventurer. The Temple of the Moon has
There we
come to
go.
help the troubled citizens of Oberdeen.
Yeah, that will be the plan, guys. We're going to head back to Westfall. We'll try to pick up as many Dead Mines quests as we can. And I think next episode will just be a preparation episode for Dead Mines. But, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.